Dear students, till this stage, we are familiar about the concept of group, some properties, operations, algebra structure, some examples of the group. Now we derive some more theorems, more concepts. Since we know that identity of the group is unique if exists, inverse of every element is unique. So these are the very common results in abstract algebra theorems. So now we prove that in a group G, inverse of an element of a group is itself an element. So proof, since A belongs to G, inverse of A is written as A power minus 1. By definition of identity and inverse property, we can write A inverse equal to A inverse A equal to E, where E is the identity element. So we write in two parts, A inverse equal to identity or A inverse A equal to identity. So A is the left inverse of A minus 1. And A is the right inverse of the A minus 1. So we can say left and right inverses of A minus 1 are same. So A is the inverse of A minus 1. So symbolically we write A is the inverse of A. So it is a complete proof of the theorem. Now next theorem. Left and cancellation laws in a group. Proof, let G be a group and we consider three elements. For all A, B and C belong to G. Then AB equal to AC implies that B equal to C. So this is said to be LC, that is left cancellation law. Similarly, BA equal to CA implies that B equal to C, so it is said to be right cancellation law. Since A belongs to G, so A inverse belongs to G. It means, since we know that in a group every element is invertible, has inverse. Now pre and post multiplication by these two equations. By A inverse. So A inverse AB equal to A inverse AC. Using associativity, we change the association A inverse A. Using inverse concept, using identity concept, we write we gets B equal to C. Similarly, we can show that B equal to C by post multiply by A inverse to the second equation BA equal to CA. Hence, it is a proof of the theorem. Now, next questions, next important theorem that is said to be reversal law. In a group G, for all AB belongs to G, inverse of AB is equal to B inverse A inverse. So this property in a group is said to be reversal law. Since A and belongs to G, their inverses will be exist and contained in G. So A inverse, B inverse belong to G. Also A, B and B inverse, A inverse belong to G by closure property in group. If we operate two elements, then resultant element will be contained in G. Now we consider AB bracket or B inverse A inverse. Using associativity, B inverse. Using inverse property, it gives identity. Then again associativity, AE. Again using identity, A inverse. Again using inverse property, E. So this gives E. Similarly, B inverse A inverse equal to AB. Using the same concept, we write again identity. So we have B inverse A inverse into AB equal to AB into B inverse A inverse equal to identity. So both brackets are inverse to each other. B inverse A inverse is the inverse of AB, so symbolically we write B inverse A inverse equal to AB whole inverse. So it is a proof of the theorem. We generalize this result. If A1, A2, A3, An are elements contained in G, then A bracket A1, A2, An whole inverse equal to An inverse, An minus 1 inverse and so on, A2 inverse, inverse. We break from last. So this is said to be reversal law. Thank you.